Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Sheik versus Foggy. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Um, After a really rather strange, unorthodox, my head is still trying to comprehend what I watched. Hopefully, Sheik and Foggy will give me a much more traditional WarCraft 3 matchup here. The bottom left hand health. Meanwhile, over here in the top right hand corner, we have Sheik spawning as the undead. Hope this is a messy game too now. Keeper of the Grove could have entangled Mountain King and sniped down Rifleman. Well, I think sniping down or entangling the Rifleman and finishing them off would have been the better choice. The Mountain King was already an avatar at that state, not going to be able to do very much to try and shut that down. Anyways, Foggy is going to be opening up with the Demon Hunter. No, opting to go for a Keeper of the Grove here. So Keeper of the Grove, perhaps a Demon Hunter second, as Demon Hunter has become significantly more popular at trying to handle those the undead heroes. Mana burn incredibly important. The play has been get that Keeper of the Grove to level 3 and then using a Keeper of the Grove at level 3, almost harassing with the Keeper of the Grove while allowing the Demon Hunter to get to level 3 himself. Once that Demon Hunter is at level 3, 100 point mana burns are on the table, which do cause quite a bit of problems as we are looking at Foggy now, waiting to eat a tree here as that Ancient of War taking damage. Demon Hunter, Keeper of the Grove, Pog. Well, yep. A Pog any way you can. Anyways, Ogre Warrior gonna get taken down here. Keeper of the Grove picking up a Circlet of Nobility and now already off to the north. Death Knight with a Ghoul opening up from Sheik, picking up a Rod of Necromancy and now going after this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Force Troll Trapper, Force Troll Berserker, Ogre Warrior gonna get taken down here. Death Knight very quick on the Death Coil, not opting to save mana as the Claws of Attack +5 has been picked up. Little bit of bonus damage right there as skeletal minions are going to pop on out. Keeper of the Grove shows up to the party, gets a quick entangle onto a ghoul there. Death Knight going to be forced to use Death Coils to try and save ghouls. There's a ghoul save once more as another ghoul now taking a little bit of damage. All right, cooldown is incredibly important. There is another ghoul save once there as the Force Troll Trapper and the Skeletal Warriors are going at it. The Troll Trapper not going to get finished off here. Perhaps the ghouls will make its way back down. Nope, there's another ensnare, but it looks like Sheik is just going to try and gather up a little bit more lumber. Keeper of the Grove down to the south here could actually finish off that Trapper. Death Knight, does he know about it? There's going to be an entangle, a little bit more damage. Death Knight does have enough for a Death Coil, should be able to get the Death Coil off here in just a second, down to, 228 hit points, as the Ghoul would have survived anyway. Death Knight, a couple of easy shots here. Is the Trapper going to get finished off? Yes, it will, by those last two skeletal minions. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove still harassing, staying at level 1 though, as the Archer now shows up out here onto the battlefield as well. Tech to tier 2 by Foggy already underway. Keeper of the Grove trying to, handle Sheik, keep him inside his base as the Death Knight is currently low on mana. Keeper of the Grove could easily get off a Death Coil or two to ensure that there is going to be no more easy Death Coil saves. Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 1 though, and Death Knight also sitting at level 1. Are we going to see a bit of denial there as we're perhaps going to be going into a surround? And no surround, skeletal minion getting taken out as a Wisp tries to make its way over and is going to be able to hide in the back. All right, Death Knight taking a little bit more damage than he bargained for, trying to retreat back away, taking those arrows from the back down to 270 hit points. Death Knight wants to finish off, gets to level 2, and that is going to be a big bonus as it now has Unholy Aura for regeneration, faster movement speed, and a little bit of extra mana, now ensuring that he can get a Death Coil off to save any entangled ghouls. With that, Foggy decides to retreat back, regroup, and decides to do creeping of his own. we are looking at a fair number of archers already out here on the battlefield. And well, Tome of Strength being left behind here. Keeper of the Grove quickly drinks some Moonwell juice, going to make its way off to the north, but the Death Knight may be able to catch up on his reading, so to speak, if he wants to. All right, Archer down to 110 hit points. Death Knight trying to get in front right there. There is a couple of body blocks. There's an ensnare, and well, there's a Dust of Appearance as well. Foggy going to lose one Archer there as the Keeper of the Grove, well, going to retreat back. More skeletal minions popping back up. Sheik is in a good spot here, perhaps to try and finish off some more units, put pressure onto that Keeper of the Grove, but those Moonwells are still nearly full down to the south here. Or, well, still filling up down to the south here, so any real damage is not going to stick. All right, back off to the north here. Tome of Strength +2. Death Knight a little bit stronger, a little bit hits harder, takes a little bit more damage, and well, gonna make his rounds here as we see a Panda as the second hero. All right, Panda as the follow-up hero to deal with the other units here. Are we going to see a surround here on the Ogre Lord? Yeah, 2 heroes surround, entangle on the Ogre Lord there. That's going to get taken down pretty quickly. Shockwave, not going to deal that much damage to those archers as they have that blessing. Ogre Lord easily going to get finished off right there. There it goes, picking up Claws of Attack +12. Claws of Attack +12, put it on the Keeper of the Grove, add an Orb of Venom, and all of a sudden, that damage will add up very, very quickly. Bit of a boulder, I believe, onto the Keeper of the Grove. Panda still engaging, still having those Claws of Attack. We'll see if that will be sticking around for quite some time. Well, I don't know. Panda could try to go a Drunken Brawler route. If it goes Drunken Brawler with +12 Claws of Attack, we may actually see some decent critical strikes if the Panda does his impersonation of does his own impersonation of a Blade Master. Let's keep a look out there to see if it is going to be Drunken Brawler over Drunken Haze. All right. Death Knight making its rounds back across here. Gargoyles are in the air. Panda, the perfect hero to counteract those gargoyles here. No, it is going to be Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Brewmaster will be needing an Orb of Venom to be able to attack the air. Death Knight already sitting at level 3 as we're looking at a Wand of Illusion getting picked up here. All right, Deathcoil finishing off one lone archer. Archers are just in danger of getting taken out as the Death Knight running around the corner trying to finish off the remaining units. Looks like a Deathcoil will finish off that archer again. And that Death Knight is just racking up experience at this point as it is a solo hero. Death Knight gaining bonus experience quite quickly, but well, unable to finish off that last archer as that archer was down to 171 hit points. And, well, Nature's Blessing or whatever, is it a Dune's Blessing? I forget which ability the archers naturally have, gives it a little bit more natural resistance to magic. All right, Gargoyles off to the south here. I'm hiding away. Keeper of the Grove making its rounds back over. Keeper of the Grove does not have an Orb of Venom, so damage is not going to add up over time very quickly. Tree of Ages is there, and I do not see Ancient of Wonder Ancient of Wonders, there it is. Ancient of Wonders finally getting added in. Panda should be trying to go for that Orb of Venom here in just a moment. Level 3 on that Panda would also be incredibly important as the Gargoyles are going to go to town on this Red Drake creep camp. Red Drake quickly taken out, and the item picked up by the Death Knight. It is a Robe of Magi +6 additional mana. Staff of Teleportation is going to be able to get away, I believe so, down to 142 as we are still, well, we are at Black Citadel and Sheik is still sitting on a lone Death Knight. So the Death Knight gaining quite a bit of bonus experience here. Going to finish things off, perhaps try and get to level 4 quickly before getting up that Lich, perhaps even before adding in that Orb of Corruption. This is all rather unorthodox there. Death Knight is at level 4 here and now could be able to get in some damage. All right, Death Knight shows up to the party. There's a quick death spell finishing off a lone archer as that archer is just trying to that Death Knight is just trying to rack up damage there. There goes an entangle onto that from that Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 2. Panda very close to level 3, getting up to level 3. Now Keeper of the Grove still staying at 2 and now looking to back away. All right, Panda with some big claws of attack, plus 21 damage, and that is before an orb of venom. Keeper of the Grove should really consider giving that orb of venom to that panda, that as the panda needs to find a way to attack the air units. Gargoyles able to hang around here at the red drake creep camp, not aggroing the creeps somehow. Not quite sure how that works, as they're going to go ahead and try and engage there. All right, some easy damage already there. Death Knight is in position. Death Coil perhaps going to save that one Gargoyle, as the remaining units on the ground going to perhaps get taken down here. All right, Death Knight sitting at level 4. It picked up a Belt of Giant Strength as the item, so that Death Knight with some major plus damage, Claws of Attack +5, Belt of Giant Strength, and 2 intelligence-based robes and mantles with some big intelligence and, well, over 450 mana. Death Coil finishing off a couple of Wisp here. We're going to see Wisp perhaps just getting popped all over the place, as well as the Death Knight able to get off another Death Coil again. Panda is, well, Staff of Preservation back home. Breath of Fire could easily cause some problems for all of these units. Is the Death Knight going to be able to do any more damage? No, as the Wisp are able to sneak on through. All right, still running back around. There goes a Death Coil trying to save or take down another Wisp there. There goes another Wisp, as the Keeper of the Grove does get an Orb of Venom attack and an Entangle finally on that Death Knight, as that Death Knight still trying to get away. Is Sheik really going for a solo Death Knight strategy? No, Lich is finally out onto the battlefield with an Orb of Corruption, but that Death Knight is already nearing level 5. Coming back off to the north here. Lich making its way down. Plenty of mana to be had. Perhaps the robes will be given over to that Lich, and if the robes are handed off, there's a clause of attack. No, it doesn't look like. Nope, the robes are handed over. That Lich is getting plus 19 damage and 435 mana at level 1. Frost Nova is gonna be coming out like a machine gun from that Lich, and that is going to be quite a bit of a scare. Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection added in. I don't know if this now auto zooms back out, but the Lich could be trying to engage here in just a second. Dryads, Shade keeping track of all of this here. Gargoyles going to be pushing off to the side here. We are looking at Ghouls down across here. The Lich with plus 19 damage, and then add in that -5 or -4 armor. That Orb of Corruption could really just add up more and more. All right, Gargoyle is going straight after the Ancient of War. As we're looking at, well, the panda here. All right, are we going to see some damage added in? There's a Breath of Fire as the Gargoyle is going to stone form and then come back down. Well, Drunken Ace Staff Illusion coming back through another, well, Frost Nova going down onto that one panda again, as the Dryads are getting focused down pretty quickly. There's a quick Scroll of Healing. Panda does have, well, a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, but didn't have enough follow-up mana for a Breath of Fire. Finally does get it thrown down here, as that Lich still has plenty of mana. Scroll of Protection to go. Could we perhaps see a quick turnaround there? Well, those illusions not really doing very much. Lich absorbing a lot more damage. Another Frost Nova goes down, and that Lich still has enough mana for another Frost Nova if necessary. Gargoyles going after these units here. There goes another Scroll of Healing, as the Keeper of the Grove and the Panda has not been able to do enough. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, more units trying to run back the other way. Are those ghouls going to get slow burned? Yes, they are, as the Lich tries to retreat back. Another Frost Nova is available here. Dryads trying to go after the Death Knight, as the Keeper of the Grove with Anti-Magic Shell absorbing a lot of damage. Another Dryad ends up falling here. Lich still has enough mana for another Frost Nova, as the, well, Panda or the Death Knight gets up to level 5. Level 5 Death Knight. Units are trying to run around every which way. Lich is adding in that damage. That Lich damage is surprisingly scary if you are not ready for it, as that damage is going to slowly get added back up here. Units trying to retreat back. Panda with plenty of mana and also with plus 21 damage, but I've said before, without the Orb of Venom, the Panda is not really a threat to those Gargoyles, only having access to Breath of Fire, which is rather limited in range. Coming back around, Dryads trying to retreat back here. Panda going to be coming back across. Is it going to be able to get a Breath of Fire? No, it does not look like it, as the Panda absorbs a large amount of damage. There's a Breath of Fire here. Stone Form could easily get a little bit more repair, as we see a Staff of Preservation for the save. Dryad shows back up to the party. One Dryad already down. Another Dryad could easily get taken down. Death Knight with Unholy Aura able to move very quickly out across the map. Lich does not have enough mana for a Frost Nova, as Dryads are going to get taken down. Dryads were healing over here, as the Lich now gets up to level 2. Scroll of Town Portal finally getting over, getting up and running, as the Dryads perhaps going to try and engage together, but the Gargoyles, a couple of good volleys together could take them down. Where are the Gargoyles going to perhaps just try to get in front? There goes what? Nope, that Gargoyle, well, one Dryad taken down here, as the Gargoyles could try and go after some more of those units again. Running back off to the north, these two Dryads down here to the south, are they going to get taken down? One more volley should be able to finish it off. There it goes, another one going to get finished off here, as we are getting the Staff of Teleportation to join back in. Panda, Keeper of the Grove, Entangle onto the Death Knight. Plenty of Scrolls of Healing right there, absorbing a large amount of damage, as the Lich does have Frost Nova, not using Dark Ritual or Frost Armor as of yet. Another Entangle right there. Breath of Fire. Death Knight down to 115 hit points. Is it going to perhaps try and head over to that Fountain of Health? Could easily heal up at the Fountain of Health. Let the Lich absorb that damage. And, well, as the Death Knight is, well, regenerating those hit points, as it has a large amount of hit points. All right, Ogre Magi joining in on the battle. Lich going to absorb a little bit more damage. Death Knight climbing back up to 400 hit points and up, as the Lich may, well, get closer to level 3, but will not get there. Coming back across here, Panda now sitting at level 4. Dryads are all here. 0-1 upgrades compared to 2-0 upgrades on those Gargoyles for that piercing damage. All right, Gargoyles going to look to finish things off here. Going to swarm on in. Sheik still sitting on one base right now, but the gold mine, well, it still has about 5 minutes of mining left. Trying to finish off a couple of Gargoyles in transit, or Dryads in transit. Units do move fairly fast. A Death Knight with Unholy Aura trying to catch up. There's a Staff of Preservation, as the Panda could have easily perhaps get a Breath of Fire across those units. Damage adding back in. Death Coil, no Frost Nova, as the Panda still moving fairly fast, able to make its way back down to the south. Panda, well, trying to retreat again. There's another Death Coil Frost Nova. Panda gets through those Moonwells, though, and is, well, not in no problem whatsoever. Death Knight getting, well, entangled once more, as the unit's trying to retreat back. Demon Hunter has an Orb of Venom. So Demon Hunter, third hero coming in from the Night Elf side, now adding in Mana Burn as a possible counter to try and shut down those heroes. All right, trying to fight here at the Fountain of Health is a little bit of a dangerous proposition. If your back is facing the Fountain of Health, you are looking into a better situation. Lich, Mana Burn, and Death Knight. What is going on here? Death Knight going to go ahead and use a Scroll of Town Portal at the last possible second. A couple of Dryads was about to get finished off, but the Demon Hunter unable to save the Keeper of the Grove, as the Keeper of the Grove falls at level 3. Death Knight on Blight, healing up, picking up a Belt of Giant Strength as well, making its rounds out. Sheik sitting at 49 supply. Demon Hunter wanting to get to level 3 here. Panda, well, the simple presence of another hero with Orb of Venom is going to really shut down all of this, well, Gargoyle play. Gargoyle play is really meant for hit and run tactics, but after 2 attacks from those heroes, the Gargoyles are going to be relatively low on hit points for someone who just took 2 attacks, just because of that damage over time. Units are going to make their way over here to the bottom left. We see 3-0 upgrades on those Gargoyles, and, well, they're all going to be healed up here again. We are at tier 3, obviously, since we have the Orb of Corruption, and we are now going into a Boneyard to round out. Meanwhile, the Dryads are getting that 1-2 upgrades, as well. Is the Hunter's Hall training up anything? No. 61 over 80 supply compared to 49 over 60. Army size is relatively similar, as Foggy is running on 2 bases and has a bit more workers. Death Knight going to make its way down to the south here. Gargoyles off to the side over here. Demon Hunter going to perhaps try and engage. Death Knight, Lich, Mana Burn, Frost Nova straight up here as we are going to be engaging here. A little bit of damage onto a Dryad. Dryad going to get taken down. Gargoyle is coming in from behind as we are looking as a little bit of split play here. Anti-magic potion on that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter able to rack up some damage onto some Gargoyles as the Panda may be able to get some Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. No Breath of Fire as it goes into stone form and then goes back up, but still takes a Breath of Fire there. All right, Keeper of the Grove is now out here onto the battlefield. Finally, we'll get to level 4 here. Level 4 now on the Lich, trying to add in a little bit more damage as Dryads are falling too. 39 supply compared to 51. And a Scroll of Healing, but it may be too little, too late. 51 supply. Foggy taking the overall supply advantage as the Demon Hunter is able to get healed back up. Death Knight, Lich, another Breath of Fire, finishing off another Gargoyle as the unit's retreating back. All right, Boneyard is up, but it is not operational as of yet. I don't see a slaughterhouse anywhere, so no signs of of any abominations or obsidian statues. Death Knight sitting at level 5, very close to level 6. Well, apparently the Lich taking down a sheep right there did not like what he saw. We are looking at 3-0 upgrades on the undead units. Boneyard can learn Freezing Breath. Are those frost worms going to be dealing some major damage, as well as the Trance are now making their way back off to the north? Lich hoping to get a little bit more additional experience. Death Knight unable to get to level 6 off of creep camps, as we're looking at the Gargoyles just finishing off those Treants that are now making their way off over here to the top left expansion. We may be looking at, well, Foggy trying to take this the hill here on Concealed Hill, as the Lich just adds up a little bit of bonus experience. Not really much to talk about yet. First Frostworm is done by Sheik. Are we going to be getting up a second Frostworm? I'm trying to make sure that the upgrades work well for you. That's the reason why the Frostworms, right? 3-0 upgrades on all of the units on the undead. Skeletal minions, no upgrades. Gargoyle should be getting into position down here. Are we going to be going into a battle? A little bit of slow damage could be all that you really need to try and pick off some of those units, as Gargoyle is going to try and engage. There's Anti-Magic Shell, Mana Burn onto the Death Knight. Gargoyle is going after those units as we see, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Units now making their way over. Acolyte's going to be transitioning as the main base has run out already. Dryad's going to get taken down. There goes another Dryad again, as we see a Scroll of Town Portal, Keeper of the Grove, but Foggy not wanting to stick around in this battle. Demon Hunter not finished off. Demon Hunter was very low on hit points. A Death Coil perhaps could have finished it off, as the Death Knight does get to level 6 for level 3 Unholy Aura.
Player's forces are under attack.
All right, level 3 Unholy Aura. Demon Hunter perhaps going to try and rejuvenate, get a little bit more hit points going. Lich staying at level 4. Once the Lich gets to level 5, well, if the Demon Hunter is not at level 3 during that time, well, things are going to go very, very poorly as for Foggy, as level 3 Death Coil, level 3 Frost Nova has been known to burst down enemy units extremely fast. Demon Hunter does have an anti-magic potion. Gives hero immunity to magic spells for 15 seconds. So, yeah, just complete immunity right there. We'll see whether or not that is going to be effective, as the Gargoyles are overhead, perhaps trying to dive bomb some of these units here in just a moment. Tree of Eternity already making its way over. One Nerubian Tower. Sheik going to be joining in on the fight. Gargoyle is going to be coming in from the opposite side. Going to get some damage onto some Wisp as they're trying to get ready to mine. Unable to do exactly that, as the units are just making their way down to the south and say, you know what, I can deal damage to your moon wells while you are away. All right, it looks like the engagement is already happening here, and Foggy must know or must realize that there is a shade keeping track of the army. All right, I believe that was an Ancient of Wonders based upon the remains of the building. Oh, no, Ancient Protector, as it was trying to make its way back off to the north. Staff of Teleportation. It looks as though a Gargoyle could end up getting taken down. Yes, no Breath of Fire was needed. Coming back down to the south here. Units still trying to fight here. A Frog getting taken out. Gargoyle is going to end up getting destroyed. Skeletal minions popping up out of the woodwork here. Deathquell trying to save up more units. Where is the units going to try and engage here? One Moonwell that was nearly full getting taken out here. Lich could end up getting surrounded. That's not what you want. Turn around. There is a little bit of damage. Death Coil is going to save that Lich temporarily, as a Dryad are going to get taken out as well. Demon Hunter is going to try and push its way on through. Lich perhaps going to turn around, get a Frost Nova, get some damage onto some of those Druids of the Claw. Another Death Coil saving another Frost Wyrm, as it is now down to 1,300 hit points, still trying to get away. All right, a little bit more damage added in. Lich is going to had no mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight still only taking 100-point mana burns. There's a little bit more damage. There's a Death Coil onto the Frost Wyrm first. Meanwhile, the Gargoyles are going after the Tree of Eternity, as there is, well, a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, beautiful use of Staff of Preservation to get the Panda into the right spot. All right. Making their way back off to the side here. Gargoyle is going to heal up. Shade still keeping track of this center expansion. And Foggy now taking the hill here on Concealed Hill with this extra additional gold mine in the center. Sheik knows that he cannot hope to win this game if Foggy holds on to this gold mine. But at the same time, Foggy has just been playing such good defense that Sheik has not been able to break it yet. The Gargoyles are not working, but trying to transition into a different strategy is not really worth it here either. The Demon Hunter is going to get closer to level 3 if you try to engage and get any use out of these Gargoyles and Frost Wyrms. Trying to sacrifice them to clear up supply doesn't make sense either. So what are Sheik's options? She could try and get some damage in onto the buildings, make sure that the infrastructure is a bit hurt, as we're looking at, well, another Moonwell down to 101 hit points. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. Anti-magic shell still going. Scroll of protection. In comes the Brewmaster. Brewmaster, it looks like it was going to try to do a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Doesn't look like it really went off there. Frostworm gets poked apart here. Second Frostworm could get poked apart. Lich does get up to level 5. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 2, but it may be too little, too late. Death Knight gets a Death Coil off again, as the Frostworm is trying to retreat away. So much damage getting added back up as the units are just trying to engage here more and more. Panda in a strange situation, going to go ahead and use a Potion of Mana. Break free here. Death Knight still has plenty of mana, or has a Potion of Mana there, able to use it, as well as the Dryads are, well, going after some of these Frost Worms again. All right, Gargoyle's coming in on the other side. Brewmaster using a Potion of Healing or Moonwell. There's a Breath of Fire and Staff of Preservation for the save. Gargoyle is going to go ahead and go into Stone form and then head back up, but some of them are still getting poked apart. Demon Hunter could get to level 3 here. No, very close, but not yet quite there. Gargoyle is now making their way back over here to the bottom right. Panda, well, Panda was off to the north. Where's the Panda? Panda fully healed back up. Mana burn, level 3 onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now teleported back home, as the Lich and the Death Knight now try to retreat again. Perhaps they're going to try and heal up at the Fountain of Health. That's exactly what they're doing, healing up at the Fountain of Health. No, Death Knight not even healing. Well, nope, it looks like they are going to try and heal. 46 supply compared to 61, but the Panda now with full mana, threatening a level 2 Breath of Fire, level 2 Drunken Haze, and very close to level 5 as well. Over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Hi, Insomnia, how you doing? Death Knight, well, still running around here. Sheik looks like his army is kind of on its last legs here, as even with a level, soon to be level 7 Death Knight, there doesn't seem to be enough damage to really finish things off here. We are looking at 50 over 70 supplied, a decent amount of lumber. One new Frost Wyrm has taken to the skies. Manual of Health going to get picked up. A Rock Golem going to get taken down. Potion of Greater Healing, just what the doctor ordered for that Death Knight to really stick around in that battle. Meanwhile, Gargoyle is going to make their way down, perhaps able to focus down a couple of Wisps, take down a valuable full Moonwell, as that Moonwell is absorbing some damage. All right, Wisp going to try and hide away. Nope, not going to be able to do that. Going to absorb a little bit more damage. There's a Druid of the Claw in Druid form. That is such an easy target to try and focus down, as more and more units going to get taken down here. All right, it looks as though the Dryads do show up. And now Lich now bringing over 2 Frost Wyrms, some skeletal minions to put in some pressure again. Gargoyle is going to hide off to the side in the back. There are bears out onto the battlefield. Death Knight shows up to the party. Ancient of Wonders going to be able to take down, or Frostman's going to be able to take down this Ancient of Wonders. No, not as much home field advantage. as the Frostworms could perhaps try and take things down here. Meanwhile, Gargoyles are still okay. Where is Foggy's army? Foggy is just trying to catch up to this high mobility army. And, well, if your units are attacking and your opponent's units are not, well, that is always a good situation to be in. All right, Demon Hunter coming back across, able to get another, Orb of Venom shot onto that Frostworm. Frostworm down to, 1,200 hit points. Well, still trying to retreat away. Gargoyle is trying to finish off this gold mine down to the south here. Anti-magic potion should be coming to an end. Or anti-magic shell should be coming to an end here as the units are now making their way back up to the north. Death Knight could be in trouble. Death Quail trying to go after that Gargoyle. Frost Nova as the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire could go down onto the stone form Gargoyles again. Demon Hunter down to 211 hit points. Staff of Preservation gonna take him away quickly as the Dryads are now trying to finish off the remaining units. Level 5 now on the Panda. Level 3 Breath of Fire could finish off more units. 49 supply compared to 67. Another Death Quail saving another Frostworm as it tries to get back up onto the high ground. Level 7 now on the Death Knight. It has Death Pack as the third hero, as the third ability, not opting to go for Animate Dead, as the Gargoyles gonna go after some of those Dryads. Dryads getting finished off here, getting healed back up. 43 supply compared to 67. Sheik using the Fountains of Health fairly effectively. Keeper of the Grove sitting at 4. Demon Hunter was, Staff of Preservation back to the Tree of Eternity. From the Tree of Eternity, made its way back to the main base, and now, took a lot of Moon Juice too. All right, Moon Wells are actually getting fairly low, and this could be a problem if Foggy doesn't finish the game soon. If Foggy doesn't, get a clear advantage here, the Moon Wells are starting to become destroyed, so he's not going to be able to rebound or recover nearly as well. Sheik has been mining in low upkeep throughout this game, so he may actually have a similar amount of gold mined at this point. Gargoyle is now trying to retreat back again. Another Gargoyle getting lost once more as the units are trying to do a quick run by again. Are we going to see a Frost Nova? Yes, we are. Panda is in position. Drunken Haze entangle onto the Lich. Lich has the Potion of Greater Healing. Death Knight has a Scroll of Healing. What is going to do? There's another Mana Burn and another Entangle as things are not going well for that Death Knight. Death Knight getting the Potion of Healing now. Potion of Greater Healing is going to be able to break free from there. Uses the Potion of Greater Healing. Is going to be able to use the Scroll of Healing to break free, and this is just a problem as the army, there's a Death Pack trying to get every bit of hit points, but that is going to be the game. The Death Knight using every trick in its book to try and stay alive, but the Gargoyles just weren't there to provide enough cover. Sheik losing to Foggy here on Concealed Hill after a marathon bit of a game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let's take a look at the final score. Final score of Foggy actually lower on score. The hero score of Sheik higher with higher level heroes, and resource score. Resource score, Foggy had mined significantly more gold, even if when considered gold lost to upkeep, which is what gave Foggy the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.